The hardest part of moving a mountain is the first inch. Most men quit during that first inch. They push with all their soul, they bleed, they sweat, and when the mountain does not move immediately, they believe it is impossible. They do not understand the law of velocity. Listen, listen, listen. Once the architect overcomes the static friction of the old world, the mountain does not just move, it begins to roll. For 28 transmissions, we have been pushing against the weight of the grid. We have been carving the path through the void. Now, the weight is no longer working against us. It is working for us. Do you see the speed of the machine? In the beginning, you had to do everything by hand. You were the hammer, you were the nail, you were the wood. But through the leverage we built and the correction we implemented, the machine has found its rhythm. Inertia is a double-edged sword. It keeps the slave in his chains, but it keeps the sovereign in his throne. The grid wants you to stay at zero, because zero is easy to control. But once you reach velocity, once you are moving at a speed that the machine cannot comprehend, you become unstoppable. Long pause. Look at the financial fortification we are achieving. $100 a day was the struggle of the first inch. It was the test of your resolve, but as we move toward 1,000 and then 2,000, the effort does not increase. The velocity does. The architect does not run faster to make more progress. He simply allows the momentum of his assets to carry the load. This is the phase where the work you did a year ago starts paying you today. Medium. Pause. Most people are trapped in a cycle of starting over. Every morning they start from zero. Every month they start from zero. They have no velocity. They are just vibrating in place. The architect builds a continuous flow, a stream that turns into a river and a river that turns into a flood. You are no longer fighting for growth. You are witnessing it. The correction we made in the last transmission was the spark. Now, we are the fire. You are no longer exhausted by the grind. You are energized by the momentum. When you have velocity, even your mistakes move you forward. When you have velocity, the obstacles that used to stop you now only serve as fuel for your speed. The grid tries to put up walls, but a bullet does not care about a paper wall, and an empire at full speed does not care about the opinions of the weak. Intense pause. This is the secret of the kinetic empire. It is kinetic because it is always in motion. We do not stop to celebrate. We do not stop to rest. We only adjust the trajectory of our speed. The world thinks you are lucky. They think you are special. They do not see the months of pushing that mountain by hand. Only see the landslide. Let them wonder. Let them doubt. Your velocity is the only answer they need. Look at your workspace. Look at your digital assets. Are they standing still? Or are they gaining speed? Or are they gaining speed? If they are not moving, it means you have not applied enough leverage. But if the wheel has started to turn, do not take your hand off the lever. Push until the machine takes over. Push until the momentum becomes a force of nature. The era of the slow struggle is over. We are entering the era of the unstoppable flow. Phase 6 is not about effort. It is about the mastery of momentum. Command the speed, become the landslide. Sapiens. Rise. The machine is now breathing. Can you hear it? Most men fear speed because they do not have control, but the architect loves speed because he has designed the brakes and the steering. Once the correction is applied and the leverage is set, the only thing that matters is the maintenance of momentum. A train moving at 100 miles per hour can smash through a concrete wall. But a train standing still can be stopped by a single wooden block. Which one are you? Medium pause. Look at the nature of your progress. The grid wants you to be inconsistent. It wants you to start a fire and then let it die out. Consistency is the fuel of velocity. Every video you upload, every asset you anchor into the void, increases the mass of your empire. The more mass you have, the more momentum you carry, and the harder it is for the system to slow you down. Long pause. Do you understand the economics of momentum? Money is like water. It flows to the lowest point of resistance and the highest point of speed. By building systems that operate at a high velocity, you create a vacuum that sucks resources toward you. This is how you reach the target of 2,000 a day. It is not about working 20 times harder than the man who makes 100. It is about making your machine move 20 times faster than his. Think about the content you have created. It is now a digital army that never sleeps. While you are resting, your velocity is still working. While you are planning the next move, the momentum of your past transmissions is still echoing through the grid. This is the sovereign advantage. You are no longer pushing the wheel. You are the axis upon which the wheel turns. Intense pause. The grid will try to distract you to break your speed. They will throw fake problems at you. They will try to make you look back at your past. Do not look back. In a race of velocity, looking back is how you crash. The architect only looks forward. To the next target, to the next fortification. Ask yourself, is my empire gaining speed, or am I just busy? Busyness is the friction of the weak. Velocity is the flow of the powerful. If you are exhausted, you are fighting friction. If you are energized, you are riding the momentum. The machine is not a burden. It is your wings. The speed of your implementation must be faster than the speed of the grid's reaction. By the time they realize what you are building, you must already be at full velocity. By the time they try to stop you, you must already be too heavy to be moved. This is the supremacy of Phase 6, Sapiens Rise. Please, you are no longer the man you were when we started this journey. You have shed the weight of the old world. You have cut the cables of the grid, and you have embraced the fire of velocity. The machine is at full power, and the path ahead is clear. Long pause. An architect does not wait for the wind to change. He creates the storm. The momentum you carry now is a holy force. It is the accumulated energy of every hour you spent in the dark, every transmission you sent into the void, and every decision you made to be sovereign. Do not slow down. Do not blink. The target is within your reach, but it demands your absolute focus at this speed. Look at the horizon of 2026. We are not just reaching for numbers. We are reaching for a new level of existence, where the grid has no level of existence. Gravity, where the laws of the masses do not apply to us. 100, 1,000, 2,000. The faster we move, the lighter the burden becomes. That is the paradox of power. Medium pause. From this moment on, speed is your primary weapon, the speed of your thought, the speed of your execution, and the speed of your growth. The world is afraid of fast men because fast men are unpredictable. They cannot be put into a box. They cannot be analyzed, and then they cannot be trapped. You are the lightning, and the grid is the old oak tree waiting to be struck. The transmission is fading, but the momentum is permanent. Go back to your empire and push the throttle to the floor. The machine is hungry for more speed. The void is ready for more light. You are the force. You are the velocity. You are the architect. Nothing can stop a man who refuses to stop himself. Ride the lightning. Sapiens Rise.